special guest from UK. He's a world-class mechanic and he's also a racer. His name is called Mike CRADOCK. Okay, Mike CRADOCK. Sorry. As we know, he's a world-class mechanic for Philip Group, Ricardo Berton, and Joao Victorino. Okay, those are most popular racers in the world. Okay, I hope you enjoy your time in Malaysia.
Thank you very much for having me. Lovely track in Malaysia. Yeah, and nice warm weather. Thank you.
Okay, about his experience that maybe we don't have. So this might help our local Malaysian racer to get to the next level or wherever it is. So basically, we want to know about the shot setting for this kind of competition, or what type of viscosity that you will recommend the racer to use from what range to what range.
Okay, the track is quite flowing. It's not particularly a lot of bumps, but some high sort of speed impact for the jump. So I would go for a piston with a slightly smaller hole in the front and a medium-sized hole in the rear. So 1.2 and 1.4 or 1.3 in the rear. And so it gives you the pack, so that the suspension doesn't fully compress where your chassis hits the ground. And so I would go with a slightly like a picker oil in the front, so maybe 600 and maybe 500 to 550. With some of the high speed bends though, you might find you want a little bit more pack, so a slightly thicker oil. So you might find that you'll go thicker in the oil in the rear than you will in the front. So you want some more steering. Also you want a slightly stiffer spring in the front to the rear, but you want the spring to be able to react quickly so that you're prepared for the next bump, because you're hitting the bumps at a lot higher speed. So if it was a really bumpy track, I would go for a normal straight hole piston with 1.3 to keep the balance of the car, and maybe 600 in the front and 450, 500 in the rear, because you're not hitting the bumps quickly. So basically, the faster you go, the more thicker the oil you want, and also the higher the temperature.
Yeah, okay.
But also give you some more grip as well, because the car's not collapsing, it's not giving way,
okay.
So it's pushing the tyre into the ground. That'll give you more grip and more balance.
Oh, all right. I hope you guys will have some tips from Mike here. So another thing is the dip setting. What kind of numbers for the dip that you will consider that suitable for this track?
It depends how you drive. If you're aggressive on the throttle, I would go sort of 5, 5, 3. If you're smooth on the throttle, because it's like a medium traction, not high, not low traction, I would go 7, 7, 3. If you're smooth on the throttle. But also a lot depends on the clutch as well, how you have your clutch setting. With the medium traction, you could go 0.1 spring, 1 mil spring, or 0.95 spring.
Oh, softer spring.
Yeah, so the lower the traction, the softer the spring
so
you want.
It will be much easier to control the car.
Yeah. It's all on how you accelerate really.
Yeah.
And the same with the suspension as well.
Okay. We always wonder those world-class racers. Their car is so fast and it's so good. You know, everything is like perfect. So we also want to know what kind of temperature they are running actually in those big events. Like what is the engine temperature they are looking at?
Again, it depends on the ambient temperature. So with your engine, the basic, if it was 0 temperature, you'd want 85 Celsius. So whatever the temperature is, you add 85 Celsius to that, and that's your baseline temperature. So if it's 30, you'd want 125 Celsius on your engine.
Oh, okay. Example in Malaysia. So
what's the temperature today?
Here is about 35 to 37.
Yeah, so you'd add 85 to that. So maybe 140 something.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you can go to 140.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very
But
much.
if the engine, you can't always go by temperature, you have to go by the
okay.
fitting. Because you could do 2 laps slowly,
Yeah.
bring it in and the temperature is quite low. And then the other driver could do 2 laps with the same setting and it could be higher because he's more
Yes,
aggressive.
yes.
So it's how your
It's
driver
also depending on the driver.
Yeah, but it's a good gauge, but
Yeah.
if the driver doesn't feel it's too rich or it's
Yeah.
too lean, then you have to adjust to his feeling.
Okay, thank you very much. And how about the plugs? Which plug number you will choose, like 3 or 4?
But the higher the temperature, then you want a thicker plug.
Okay.
So the coil wire is thicker,
Yeah,
and then the lower the temperature, you want it. But again, it's with the way the driver drives.
Okay.
If he can drive smoothly and keep the temperature of the engine
Low.
regular,
Mm.
then you could probably go with a number 3,
Oh.
so that you get a nice
Oh.
rich bottom end, so you can run the engine a bit richer.
Okay, thank you.
Burn through.
So that means plug number 4 is also suitable and 3 also is suitable. It depends on the driver.
Yeah, again, and the temperature.
Okay. Come to tires. Like what kind of pins you will prefer? Like small pin, medium pins, or a larger pin for this kind of condition?
If the track's sort of like super smooth and well oiled or wet, then I'd go for a smaller pin. And as the track dries out, if you get a blue groove, then you can still stay with a small pin or a different tread pattern, you know, like a V tread pattern. And then the way it is now, I'd go for the knobbly, which is like the impact blockade, because you've got a lot of gaps in the ground.
So impact is more neutral for
Yeah.
to use in everywhere, yeah? Okay. Okay, this issue has been done bottom up because you had just said that you want the shock to be deeper, so you won't bottom up too much today.
Yeah.
Is that a very big issue of bottom up chassis?
Yeah, because you don't want the chassis hitting the ground, you want the suspension to work. So the stiffer you can get away with the suspension, the better it works all round. But you want it to react, so that if it's really bumpy, you want the shock to come back down and get ready. You don't want it to be halfway through its travel when you're hitting the next pump. So that can be with your springs, quicker return, or thicker spring on the return. And your ride height. So if it's really bumpy, you go for a bit more rake. So you have your ride height lower at the front to the back, maybe 4 mil difference from the front to the back, so that when you're accelerating, the car levels out.
Okay. So thank you very much. Do you guys have anything to ask? No?
Nobody wants to ask any
Okay.
questions.
How about the tire compound?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Tire compound.
Well, tire
medium.
compound, you want, obviously you want to go for the softest you can get away with, because it's always going to be the quickest.
Okay.
But if you feel the car's really good at the beginning of the, like in the state for the warm-up, and then it feels funny halfway through, then obviously the compound's a little bit too soft.
Okay. Then you have to move to the
Yeah,
medium.
and then you go up and obviously you get some heat into the tyre, and it should be just right as you're hitting your first or 2 laps. And with new tyres, they take about 3 or 4 laps to burn in as well, scrubbing. And then for a final, you always want to go up higher. And you'll probably find sometimes, I say that the softest is always the best, but sometimes, depending on how the track is, the harder the pack is, the more you want a harder tyre to dig in. Otherwise, the knobbly of the tyre will just fold over. It's not giving you the edge that you need.
So you'll be more consistent in it.
But also insert helps as well. To get
insert?
on the insert, if you want more heat in the tyre, then you cut the insert inside to make it lower, so you get more movement. In the
Or
tyre.
more air gap?
Yeah, it's
Something
like
like
lowering the
that.
pressure in the tyres. It gives you more grip. And then if it's a high speed track, then you can glue the insert to the wheel so it doesn't balloon up. So
You won't
you can-
expand. You won't expand.
yeah, so you're not just scrubbing out. And another way is if you're burning the front of the tyres out and all the backs are staying good, then it's telling you that you've got too thin oil in the centre diff. So all the power's being put to the front. So you want to go up in that.
Okay. As we know, you are the world-class mechanic for all those world-class drivers. So do you want to say something about your cars or whatever? You want to explain it on your side?
on our setup that we have now.
No. You want to say something about?
Secret,
the track?
secret.
No?
Any secret recipe?
Okay. So, this is the special one. All right. Thank you, Mike, for joining us, and we hope you will enjoy in Malaysia. And happy racing to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Welcome.